Good evening and welcome in to the Manchester Basketball Centre here in Whalley Range as we get ready for some WNBL Division 1 action between the Manchester Mystics and the Loughborough Riders. I'm Kaz Bullock here with Commonwealth Games silver medalist Hannah Shaw, and we're going to be with you throughout today's game, which is due to tip in around a minute's time. Now, the Manchester Mystics coming into this game sitting at 9 wins and 9 losses in 5th place in the standings, surpassing last year's win total of 8 wins and 14 losses in their first season in Division 1 last year. They had a big win against the Cobham Cobras last weekend, coming out on top 68-61 and on a 2-game winning streak after taking down second place Brent Bulls the week before. So Hannah, Manchester on a bit of a roll at the moment. It's going to be a tough one against the Riders today though. Always. Every single Loughborough team is well drilled, they execute and they play like a team. They're a really good unit, they get a lot of contact time together. So this is going to be a real test for the Mystics. Definitely, and Loughborough sitting in 6th place just behind the Mystics. 9 wins, 7 losses. They do have some games in hand over Manchester. They had a loss to AIU last weekend, 58-47, and it was Melissa Leet leading the way for the Riders in that one, 16 points and 12 rebounds. So starting for the Riders today, it will be Daisy Porter, Rose Bryan, Erin Caldwell, Alex Shaw and Melissa Leet. And for the Mystics, Ellie Costa, Michelle Ortega, Irina Boado, Rahana Khalil and Remy Idowu. And Hannah, we're getting towards the business end of the season now. Playoff seeding on the line. Manchester in 5th, the Riders in 6th. Manchester having had a good run, as we mentioned, and surpassing their win total from last season. For sure, this has been a really good season for them. They've had a couple of close games where they've not been able to close it out as well. And I think getting towards, as you said, the business end, want to see them converting those games and getting the best possible seeding. And we can see here there's a slight height advantage for the Riders, with Melissa Leet jumping for the tip with Remy Idowu. Melissa Leet standing at 6'6". That is definitely going to be a player to watch on the inside. For sure. I coached against her in Bucks and she was as dominating there. So ball's up and we're underway. And first possession goes to the Riders. It's Porter. Porter looking to go all the way to the basket, hands off, kicks it out to Bryan and gets things started for Leicester. And I was about to say I would have expected Daisy Porter to take that shot, but finds a better shot outside.
If you're that open, you're going to have to shoot it.
Ortega turns and spins, bounces out. Ball's out, it will go to the Riders. And against the Cobham Cobras last weekend, it was Rahana Khalil who led the way for Manchester. 14 points for her, along with 4 rebounds, hitting 3 from behind the arc. Rahana's just such a dominant player for this team, isn't she?
What a surprise that she was the most valuable player last week.
Gets the start today as Bryan looks to go to the basket, swings it round, intercepted by Ortega. Costa's going to have to wait for the team to catch up. Costa to Khalil. Khalil driving inside, out to Abodo. 3's up. Bounces off. But that's a good look there for Manchester.
It's a great look, and it's a great look for Irene. She hasn't been shooting from the outside. She's not really known for shooting from the outside, and that's something she needs to get into her game. So it's great to see her being confident, especially early in the game, and taking that shot.
Caldwell. Passes out to Porter. Back to Caldwell. Pass inside, knocked out of bounds against Michelle Ortega, just in the right place at the right time.
Really good help. Sandwich that big man underneath the basket. No easy passes.
Porter looks to get it in. Caldwell's there. 6 seconds on the shot clock. A long 3. And Erin Caldwell with a big basket for the Riders. Ortega finds Costa. Costa stepping through, passes underneath to Abodo. Oh, what a handoff there to Khalil, who draws the foul, and that'll put Rahana Khalil at the line.
Oh, both referees in unison there.
Ben Hutchinson and Lewis van Deersen doing a great job out there on court today.
You know it's the right call when they both call it at the same time.
So Khalil at the foul line. She's been averaging 8.5 points per game, along with 6.6 rebounds and 2.9 assists. 6th in the league in 3-point percentage and 5th in steals per game. She just does everything, doesn't she?
She really does. And honestly, when she's not playing basketball, I'm a bit worried about the Manchester basketball scene. When she finally retires.
She's never going to retire. So it's a 6-2 lead for the Riders. Ball's knocked out of bounds, but it will stay Loughborough ball. Porter. Lee in the corner. Brian's three bounces off, and it's picked up by Khalil.
Mystics doing a really good job here, limiting the open looks in the paint.
Yeah.
It does mean that they're giving up a lot of wide open shots outside, but if you're going to miss them, it's a good plan. Sorry, if they're going to miss him, it's a good plan.
And you almost try and live with that, because obviously the dominance of Melissa Lee, as we've seen so far this season, try and force the ball outside.
Exactly.
Shaw on the baseline. Oh, it's a tough move and a great finish for Alex Shaw underneath.
And a cracking surname.
Ortega. Idowu, round to Abodo. Abodo, oh, finds space to the basket, lays it in. Porter looks to get it over the halfway line. Meets Khalil, and good save there from Porter. Lee out to Caldwell for three, and drains it. And that's Caldwell's second three of the game. Khalil, scoop layup, won't go. It's tipped out of bounds, will stay Manchester ball. And this is something we've seen a little bit throughout the season, Hannah, that the Mystics sometimes get off to a bit of a slow start. Against Cobham last week, it was a very slow start, I'll be honest.
Being nice.
But they, made the comeback and came out with the win, but they found it difficult sometimes in the first quarter.
It's tough. I think some teams do find it really difficult to start. You know, you get really amped up, then the game isn't how you think it's going to be, and those emotions are all right there.
And it takes a little while to settle.
It takes a little bit of time just to settle in. Loughborough, however, have not had this problem.
They certainly haven't, as Caldwell spins the basket. It won't drop. So Manchester with a chance here. Ortega. Into Idowu. It's picked up by Porter, and a foul called. That'll be on the Mystics. Yeah, Loughborough have come out firing already. 11-4 leading the way. And they'll certainly be wanting to get back on track after a relatively low-scoring game for them. Just 47 points against ARU last weekend.
Oh, for sure. That's definitely something that will have been the forefront of their mind coming into this game.
A team that averaged 63.5 points per game. Manchester averaging 62.6, so really closely matched. As Manchester have possession. Abodo, oh, finds space, long two, short two. Doesn't matter, Irene's going to make it.
And she's going to go get that steal.
Doing it on both ends as Ortega has it on the baseline, passes back to Idowu. Khalil looking for a way out to Abodo. She'll put up a three, that's short.
Manchester now picking up the intensity. I think they heard you with the slow start comment.
Porter all the way gets that to drop, and that's a great move from Daisy Porter.
Definitely. She has a great drive to the basket.
She does, and she's a player that's represented Wales at the international level at under 18s, and she's a really great facilitator, but as you say, gets to the basket really well.
For sure, Mystics just threw the ball away there.
There's a Shaw to the basket, and Rob Fairley wants a time out to talk things over with his team. It's a 15-6 lead for the Riders over the Mystics. And leading the way for the Riders, Erin Caldwell, 6 points for her along with a rebound. And for Manchester, Irene Abodo with 4 points. So the threes falling for Loughborough so far. Hannah, 6 points in the paint though as well, so been able to do a bit of both.
Yeah, definitely been able to show what they can do. Mystics really need to pick it up though a little bit here. I think that, you know, they did start slow, and they're known for being quite a gritty defensive team, playing full court, being really disruptive, so I'd like to see some more of that from them.
Yeah, Manchester with the second best defence in the league, holding teams to just over 59 points per game, and we saw that against Brent a couple of weekends ago when they held the second place Brent to a low scoring game.
Defence wins games.
It does, doesn't it? But you got to score as well. So for Manchester, just 4 rebounds to the Riders 5.
I think it's pretty even across the board here. It's just Loughborough hit shots.
That's what
there you go. That's what you're going to do. You just got to score.
So
forget what I said about defence. Just score more points.
So coming into the game, it's Success Odemwingie and Nat Furtado from Manchester. And Miriam Carrasco-Menendez for the Riders. So it will be Mystics ball. Just under 4.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Costa kicks it out to Spence. Spence, three's up, three's down, and Kizzy Spence off the bench, straight into the game, nails a three, and we've spoken about her before, haven't we, Hannah? She's such a spark off the bench, brings a lot of energy.
She does. Oh.
As Carrasco-Menendez just finds a way to the basket, almost unopposed. Abodo pulls up. That's good. 6 points now for Abodo. Carrasco-Menendez going against Costa. Passes over to Shaw, and Shaw finishes at the basket.
That was a lovely pick and roll there.
That was great. Abodo, short jumper, that's good! Irene Abodo, 8 points so far. So just showing off that mid-range game. Carrasco-Menendez. Caldwell working against Odemwingie. Caldwell trying to get to the basket. A jump ball is called as Irene Abodo gets a hand on it, and it will go with the Mystics. So Jasmine Graham and Charlie Woodman check in for the Riders for the first time.
This Mystics team are really undersized, but they are not afraid of anything, are they?
They're not. They've got heart, they might not have height. Costa hits the shot, and Manchester have pulled themselves back within 4. I wonder if they just like the challenge of going behind a little bit to start off.
It is a really bold strategy, and I would not advise it.
Shaw against Furtado. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Passes over to Woodman. Woodman.
Oh, great dive and dish.
And nothing but net on that shot from Graham.
Shout out Charlie Woodman with the assist. And also, she is just the nicest kid.
Charlie Woodman is having a great season in the WNBL as well. She's 3rd in assists per game. She's a really great facilitator.
She's a great teammate to have. I worked with her a couple of years ago, and just the energy that she brings, her attitude, her work ethic. I cannot say enough good things about her.
And that's so important to have a teammate like that, isn't it, out there on court?
For sure.
Woodman into Shaw. Shaw backing down Furtado. Oh, banks it in. Abodo spinning to the basket. Gets the whistle, and that's going to put Abodo at the line. But Irene Abodo, she uses her length, and she's got that really long reach to sort of scoop the ball up round her defenders.
Really good, and that finishing, that finesse, that's going to come with more and more experience. But yeah, way to be aggressive there, Irene.
So 2 shots to come for Abodo. Was out with the GB under-16s team last summer, getting promotion to Division A.
Nice.
It's going to be exciting times.
It is, because I'm out with the under-16s, obviously
You
not
are.
playing because I'm 35 years old.
But you could if you wanted to. We had team manager, so that's going to be exciting for you.
Hopefully they let me play and practice against them.
Do you like to block them?
Always.
Abodo hits both free throws. Carrasco Menendez gets her own rebound. Dances down the baseline.
Oh, nobody boxed her out. She's going to go and get it. She's tenacious. She's aggressive. She wants that ball.
Bryant looking to pass out of it. And at the buzzer will be too strong. Graham had to put something up. As Costa races down the court, goes all the way to the hole. It's a 5-point Riders lead. Oh, Costa hustling, fighting for the ball. And a foul called. Holding foul. So Costa doing a great job there to come up with the ball and then gets the whistle. And Josie Leovold subs in for the Riders. As Ortega back in for the Mystics. Abodo races to the basket, spins off the rim. Woodman inside, and a foul called on the floor. It's just the second team foul on Manchester this quarter. Both teams not in any kind of foul difficulty.
No. And it's a pretty high-scoring quarter as well.
It certainly is. So Riders ball from the baseline. It'll be Woodman to inbound. Shaw. Odom Wingy picks up the ball, races all the way down the court, hangs in the air and puts it in, and success. Odom Wingy, that's what she does so well. Gets the ball and gets out into transition.
And she is so quick.
It's a single possession game. Shaw against Furtado. Shaw blocked. Oh, it's a blocking foul.
Oh, the block on the ball, very good. The contact on the body. I know that because I did that about 2 hours ago. Oh, that's the worst, when you know it's clean on the ball.
And it's just the second part.
Yeah, it's the body.
So Alex Shaw at the foul line.
Great take by Shaw, though. She's doing a fantastic job.
She really is. 8 points, a rebound and an assist. She's playing in her 5th season for the Riders. Spent a few games with the WBBL Riders. Last season, got experience with the Bristol Flyers. And she doesn't get the shot to go. Leovold pulls down the rebound though, so another chance. Shaw from behind the arc doesn't fall. And with 7 seconds, Manchester can take the last shot here. Ortega passes out of it. Success. Odom Wingy at the buzzer. Won't go. And at the end of the first quarter, it is a 24-21 lead for the Loughborough Riders over the Manchester Mystics. As we said, Hannah, a slow start for Manchester, but they've chipped their way back into this.
They certainly have. Riders had a couple of open looks, let's say. I won't call them easy, but they were open looks at the start. They moved the ball around, they hit shots, and as we said, Manchester did start a little slow, but it's nice to see them making this into a bit of a ball game. Their defence is coming back, they are playing full court, they're playing aggressive. Odom Wingy's come in, got that steal, gone coast to coast, brings a bit of energy, gets everyone else a little bit more excited.
And leading the way for Manchester, it's Irene Abodo on 10 points, shooting 80% from the field, with an assist and 2 steals already. And for the Riders, Alex Shaw with those 8 points, 1 rebound and 1 assist. So teams quite evenly matched, and maybe something we expected. They are just behind each other in the standings, just barely separated.
For sure, this is a really crucial game for both of them to for Loughborough to try and get in front of them, and for Manchester to try and put a bit more distance between them.
And the last time these two teams met, it was back in November in Loughborough. The Riders coming out on top 72-59, and then they also met in the Cup in November, and it was an overtime win for the Riders, 73-68. So
I think this could be pretty exciting,
Kaz. It could be, couldn't it? And with teams not having that many games left, so only 3 games for Manchester after this one. They'll be playing London away, and then Reading at home, and then Cola away for their last game of the season. Whereas the Riders have a few more, 2 against Ipswich, Brent, London and Cobham.
Oh, that's some tough games for them.
It is, isn't it? So back out on court, and we have Faith Lord into the game for the first time alongside Isabel Robinson for the Mystics. Costa kicks it out to Abodo, and it's too strong. Woodman pulls the ball down. Ball's intercepted by Abodo in a foot race down the court, coast to coast. Abodo up to 12 points.
Great help there, though, stealing the ball, because Leovold had face cut, got a really great position, wasn't bumped. And Irene just there to sort it all out.
Riders leads down to 1. Woodman, oh, what a move to the basket. Can't finish, did all the hard work there. There's a travel called on the Mystics.
It was... I'll agree with the referee this time. Just this once. No, walk to the wall. It's tough. You get that ball, you see everyone running, you want to go.
You're just very excited to go, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it would be end line ball for the Riders as Daisy Porter will inbound. Picked up by Robinson. Lord over to Costa. Karina Costa drives to the basket, blocked from behind by Lee. And Melissa Lee, second in the league in blocks per game, as she is showing.
That does not surprise me.
Ortega passes back to Robinson. Robinson with the short shot is good. And Isabel Robinson, we saw her do this against Brent, came off the bench, made a real impact for Manchester. The Riders look to answer here. Leeds inside, too strong. Abodo leaped into the air. And Robinson is double teamed, has to pass out of it, finds a running Ortega, and she's fouled. And really great awareness there from Isabel Robinson. Passes out, finds Michelle Ortega, gets rewarded with 2 free throws.
Really great. Lee there she doesn't need to swat. She's the biggest person on this court by miles. Keep your hands straight, keep them out, and Michelle's probably not going to get that chance of those points. We just had it. She just let somebody go past, managed to block it from behind, and that's great defense. Just there's no need to swipe. It's just so tempting.
As Ortega goes 1 of 2 from the line. It's a 2-point Mystics lead. Porter spinning to the basket. And ball's loose. It's going to go out of bounds. Going to go with the Riders. Woodman to inbound. Porter's there. And too strong passing over there. Manchester get the ball back.
Riders playing a little bit rattled now after this pretty good run from Mystics.
It's been a 5-0 Manchester run this quarter. As Ortega pulls up for 3. Bounces off. Great hands there as Faith Lord gets the rebound. Robinson gets it to Aboado. Ortega, 6 seconds on the shot clock. 5 seconds. Lord with the long 2. Spins out. There's Woodman. Passes to Porter. Corner 3. And it's been really successful for the Riders, that 3-point shot, as Jasmine Graham now getting in on the action.
That driving kick, they're doing a really good job of just staying wide, being patient. Mystics need to stop helping from the strong side, stop helping off the shooters.
As Karina Costa drops in a hook shot.
A lovely finish.
Manchester back up 1. Woodman. Leovold into Lee. Lee turns and fires. Manchester ball. So Erin Caldwell back in for Loughborough, and Charlie Woodman takes a well-deserved rest on the bench. Robinson, long 2, hits it! Manchester up 3.
Foul there by Ortega. Just getting her hands in.
And that's a second foul called on Ortega.
I mean, she's playing aggressive, she's playing full court D. She wants to be disruptive. It's going to happen.
Porter. Into Lee. Leeds double, passes down. Leovold comes up against Aboado. And ball's knocked out. Good hands there by Aboado. It's going to stay Riders' ball, but that's disruptive and means the Riders just have to reset. As Kizzy Spence back in for Manchester. Leovold, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Porter. Graham into Lee, and a 24-second shot clock violation.
Lee had such great positioning. When they swung it, she moved. She then had good position again, and they then throw a really terrible pass. If I was her, I'd have some choice words. But it's going to come. She needs to just keep working. She's doing a good job. She's a great facilitator inside as well.
Karina Costa's 3 bounces out. Caldwell. Hands off underneath the basket, and Robinson will be called for the foul.
If you're going to foul someone, don't let them get the shot off. You know, Mystics were late. Poor defense in that one. Got to bail out with a foul.
Puts the Riders at the line.
Yeah.
So So Josie Leovold playing her first season for the Riders. She was with the Nottingham Wildcats in the SLB to start this season. Spent a couple of years there with the Wildcats and has made the move over to Loughborough. Gets the second free throw, and it's a 1-point game. So Leovold will head to the bench. And Miriam Carrasco-Menendez back into the game. No, apologies, she's on the bench. As Abodo's blocked, going to the basket, saved in by Lord. Spence is blocked on the shot. Good defense here from the Riders. As Porter goes to the basket, passes back out, and it's going to be a backcourt violation. Or ball's going to go out of bounds, depending who got there first.
Daisy Porter there. That drive took her nowhere, and then just didn't have that cut in play as two of them hanging out outside the three-point line before and then I think Jasmine decided to cut, but it was just that little bit too late.
Costa over to Karina Costa. Karina Costa driving to the basket, left-handed layup. She makes it look easy, but it's not.
It is definitely not. But we like a Costa game.
Porter driving to the basket. Off the rim, Lord with the rebound. Spence has Costa up ahead. Costa to Spence. Spence stepping through inside, hands off to Robinson. Good ball movement here from Manchester as Ellie Costa finishes the play with a three. And we'll have a timeout called by Riders head coach Nick Moody, who wants to talk it over. Manchester go up 6, and what a swing there this quarter, Hannah. It's been a run for Manchester, 14-5 this quarter for them.
Such a big swing, that ball movement that we had there, especially on that possession. We were turning down open shots to look for an even better one. That three in the corner by Robinson, absolutely lovely.
Just a fantastic team basketball there. So leading the way for Manchester, it's been Irina Bodo on 12 points. And for the Riders, Alex Short with those 8 points. And 5 made threes for Loughborough to Manchester's 2, but Manchester getting it done in other ways. 18 points in the paint for them, 6 fast break points.
They are doing a great job getting the ball, getting out and running, and really attacking Loughborough in the paint. You know, we said before, Loughborough have the size advantage, but Manchester are not afraid of that. They are taking it to them, and they're saying, you know what, you need to come and play defence on us.
And because they're such a team that like to play fast, it can be really hard to keep up with, can't it? When you've got quite a deep bench like Coach Rob Fairley has, and you've got players to go to, you can just come in, Kizzy Spence off the bench, run, shoot, score. How
nice is it that you have Kizzy Spence coming off the bench, just to come on, play 2 seconds, hit a three.
Repeat. And Faith Lord I've been really impressed with her in the few games that we've seen her play this season. In last week's game against Cobham, she had a couple of points, 3 rebounds, but was a plus 19 in a 7-point win in just 12 and a half minutes.
That is one of the pluses of this Mystics team. They have such a deep bench, and they have so many players to pick from.
Oh, a nice move from Caldwell, who finishes. Takes her up to 8 points, cuts the lead down to 4. As Rob Fairley was about to shoot a 3, but that wouldn't have counted.
No, and I've seen him shoot, so if I'm not sure it would have gone in. I'm joking. He's a baller. Apologies for anyone who's noticed that the clock isn't going. We're just waiting for it to catch up with the game clock.
Hannah Olty's just happy she doesn't have to do it. As Porter saves the ball, gets it back off from the top of the arc, won't go, and Lord with the rebound. Keeps it alive, gets it over to Costa, needs to get it over the halfway line, and they will. Ellie Costa in the corner, drains it! And it's that Costa to Costa connection. 6-point lead for Manchester. Bryan trying to get to the basket, blocked by Lord. And Manchester back on the attack. Ellie Costa, round to Karina Costa. Spence has some space, launches, too strong. But that's a good look from Spence.
Is a good look.
As Graham goes all the way to the basket. Four-point Mystics lead, just over 2.5 minutes to play in the half. Spence backs it out, Costa's there. Costa from the foul line. And Lee just says, nope, that's my rebound. Porter passes out. Lee from behind the arc. Won't go. Ellie Costa in the corner, left all alone. That's short, but Ryder's getting a bit lucky there.
Oh, for sure. And then it landed right into Leek's hands as well.
So, Alex Shaw and Lily Blunt in for the Riders. And for Manchester, it'll be Rahana Khalil and Success Odin Wingy back into the game. Porter into Shaw. Shaw passes back out. Porter's there. Can't get the shot to drop. Ellie Costa stepping through all the way, high off the glass. What a move from Ellie Costa.
This is it. This is some signature Manchester basketball here. Sorry, signature Manchester Mystics basketball. A great move by Shaw there.
Spence to Lord. Costa passes out to Khalil. Khalil for three. Oh, bounces out. Odin Wingy's there, blocked by Lee.
Oh, it's a monster block.
Porter finds a way. That's too strong.
That was so tough. She did a great job there. Spence, I don't think it was a foul. She's just stronger. Spence just bounced straight off her.
Odin Wingy's three is too much on it as Bryan races down the court for the Riders. Lee swings it round. Shaw working inside, is against Khalil, and a finish there from Shaw. Oh, it was a foul before the shot. We'll find out.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually. Oh, 2 shots.
So just before, she's going to have to work for it at the line, but Miriam Carrasco Menendez back in for the Riders. Daisy Porter goes to the bench. Porter with 2 points, 2 rebounds and 4 assists for the Riders. Alex Shaw averaging 11.2 points per game, leads the team in points per game. 6.7 rebounds. She's having a career season this year, scoring, rebounding, shooting from the field, steals, 3-point percentage, pretty much everything she's having a career season for as she goes 2 of 2 from the line.
I'm really impressed with her. She is dominating today. She's doing a fantastic job on both ends of the floor. And if Riders want to be successful, they need to keep looking for her.
They definitely do. She's up to 12 points personal with a rebound and an assist as we've got a timeout, and it's just a 2-point Manchester lead. So 2-point Manchester lead, 18 seconds left in the half. When we come out of this timeout, what do you want to see?
I want to see the Mystics attacking the paint again, because that is where they've been getting their success. Getting in, kicking it out. I want to see a nice wide open three by one of the Costas in the corner. If that happens, I'm good. Honestly,
that would be great, wouldn't it?
But Riders here, they've done a great job. They've got this back to a 2-point game.
And heading into halftime, it's kind of that if you finish on a score, you feel really positive, don't you? If you finish on a stop, you're the team that kind of takes the momentum. So
it's all about momentum, especially in such a close game like this. It can go, the score can just rack up so quickly.
And for both these teams, we've now got into a bit more of a high-scoring game than both teams are kind of used to.
Yeah.
So 16 seconds in the quarter. Spence.
And Riders with a very big zone.
Out to Khalil, 3. It's going to bounce out. Ball's loose. No one's going to get it in time. So at the end of the first half, it is a 39-37 lead for the Manchester Mystics over the Loughborough Riders. Just a really close, evenly matched game so far.
Very exciting. That last possession was just a little bit anticlimactic there. I was looking for a better shot, better defense, but you know what? A 2-point game. I don't think either coach will be mad about that right now.
And if you're Manchester, you're going into halftime, you were down early on, you've made the comeback, you've become known for that this season. How do you avoid starting slow in the second half?
It's all about the mindset that you're coming in with. You can't come in and think, yeah, we're up. You've got to come in and be like, scores. I mean, it's only a 2-point game, so saying 0-0, it doesn't really matter. It's so close. But just keep up that tenacity on defense and keep running on them. The Riders are not that. They don't have a really deep bench, whereas Manchester's bench goes on for days.
It certainly does, doesn't it? And coming off the bench for Manchester, Kizzy Spence, 3 points for her. Karina Costa, 4 points. Success Odemwingie adding in a couple. And Isabel Robinson as well, 4 points and 2 rebounds. And Faith Lord, we just got to shout her out, 6 rebounds in 10 minutes.
Just really, really fantastic effort from the Mystics there. Riders, they were doing a good job at the start, driving, kicking, getting those open looks. I want to see Leek get inside. She's doing a really good job at the top, reversing the ball, setting some fantastic screens. I want to see her get a little bit more involved inside because, you know, her teammates, she did a great job sealing. She didn't get the ball, but just keep going. It's going to come.
Yeah, definitely. Lee, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, hasn't scored, but she's doing the things that her teammates need her to do, and also 3 big blocks as well.
Yeah, for sure. And she is such a big body in there that you have to guard her. You have to pay attention. And, you know, everybody has to be aware of where she is.
And for the Riders leading the way, it's been Alex Shaw. We just mentioned her before, but really impressive so far. 12 points for her, a rebound and assist.
Really impressive. This Loughborough team certainly need to look for her more, but she is doing a really, really good job today.
And Jasmine Graham and Erin Caldwell also adding in 8 points each for the Riders. So for the Riders as well, they've had the lead. Manchester have chipped back into it, but for them, it's going to, you know, you said that mindset coming into the third quarter, just take it as almost 0-0.
Yeah, exactly. It really is anybody's game, and it is very exciting.
That's what we want, isn't it? Yeah, we want a close
exactly
game.
What we want.
An exciting game. So we're going to take a short break for half time, and we'll be back with you in around 8 minutes' time. Welcome back in to the Manchester Basketball Centre here in Whalley Range as we get ready for the second half between the Manchester Mystics and the Loughborough Riders. It's been a back and forth game so far. Manchester up 39-37 as we head into the third quarter. And Hannah, as we said, you know, we expected a close game between these two teams. We're coming towards the end of the season, well, towards the end of the season.
Still so many games left.
There really is. And then playoffs, but playoff seeding in coaches' and players' minds as we sort of get towards there.
Definitely, you want to be peaking at the right time, and this is a great opportunity for either of these teams to start their run into postseason, get a lot of momentum, get a lot of confidence, and as you said, 2-point game, very exciting.
It is, and Manchester missed the playoffs last year by one game, so they're certainly going to want to not have that happen this year.
For sure, and this is their second year back in Division 1.
It is,
so we'll be expecting playoffs this year. No pressure, guys.
They could win the playoffs.
And Loughborough have such a storied history in National League here, so I'm expecting them to also.
And Loughborough, with a lot of players who are playing in WNBL, will be playing books as well, won't they? It's a great organisation.
Let's not talk about books. But yep.
But speaking of books, over there is Eva Karishita playing on your books team this season, also playing for the Manchester Basketball in the SLB.
There is not much that Eva cannot do. Yes, and we have a Costa 2 to start the half.
Ellie Costa, 13 points for her, puts the lead up to 4. And Zoe at the table nearly got involved in that. She wanted an assist today.
Did.
But the ball's rolled away.
I wonder if it's knocked something off the table. Probably sweets, if I know table officials pretty well.
it was a drink. Loughborough possession. Caldwell, Costa.
Oh, we've got bodies everywhere. Two Mystics players getting on the floor. Caldwell caught up in the middle. Manchester Basketball.
That's what we want to see, isn't it? The hustle from both teams there. I think Rob nearly jumped in on it as well.
That was me, sorry, I got too excited and didn't stop the clock. The game clock is correct for anybody at home that is concerned. The one on your screen is not correct.
You know, it's a really difficult job, especially when you're speaking. We're doing our best. I blame Isha for leaving us to go and coach a game. We hope you've won, Isha. Robinson thought about the shot, kicks it out to Costa. Costa corner, 3, never in doubt. Costa's corner. That's what that area's called. And a great start here to the third quarter for Manchester. You spoke about it before, Hannah, but coming out with energy in the third. Being
aggressive, working to get good shots. Isabel Robinson there thought better of shooting over Leet, kicked it out. Massive 3.
Porter, finds a lane to the basket, can't finish. As Odin Wingy powers down the court, out to a Bodo and a travel called.
She's a bit too quick for herself there, I think.
So it'll be Ryder's ball from the sideline. Caldwell, out of bounds. Manchester will get it back. Abodo had 12 points in the first half as Ellie Costa goes to the basket, gets the bounce. And it's a 9-point lead for Manchester, biggest lead of the game so far. Shaw working away inside his triple teamed. And success, Odin Wingy comes up with the ball. Robinson gets it to Costa. Odin Wingy pulls up, that's short. Loughborough look to cut into this lead.
Loughborough need to get a score here to stop the momentum.
Caldwell. Great D there from Aboado, who blocks it. And Shaw is fouled underneath the basket, but you could just see there Aboado trailing on defence.
But Shaw did a great job there. Just getting herself involved. She had two of them on her and trying to get that shot off.
So I'll put her back at the foul line. And Shaw leading the way for the Riders with 12 points so far. Is the team's leading scorer. She's been averaging just over 11 so far this season, so 12 in the first half. That's a great start for her.
Really good, but she's come out in the second half with the same tenacity.
Gets the first free throw to go. Second one doesn't fall. Odemwingie with the rebound. Aboado. Ellie Costa thought about the shot, back to Aboado. Aboado hangs in the air. Idomu's there for the rebound.
That's elite though, that size, she can just affect your shot without having to move much. Just putting her hands up, just trying to make you think that you can shoot over her.
It's an imposing defensive presence, isn't it? As Odemwingie takes the contact and the foul. She's going to go to the line for a chance at a three-point play. And that puts Manchester up 10 as Caldwell will take a seat. Miriam Carrasco-Menendez back into the game. So Odemwingie with a chance there for an extra one for Manchester. And gets it. Carrasco-Menendez. Fighting against Costa, hands off to Porter, there's a foul called.
Oh, an offensive foul called. I shouldn't say this, but I was looking off ball, so I wasn't sure what happened there.
So it's back with Manchester. An 11-point lead for the Mystics. Aboado. Odemwingie goes baseline. To Lee, out to Bryan. Bryan for three.
It's a great find by Lee there, and a great follow-up there. Oh,
Carrasco-Menendez chasing the ball down.
With some much-needed points for Loughborough.
And takes it to a single-digit lead for Manchester. Costa's long two bounces out. It's tipped though. Odemwingie comes up with it. Aboado, three, too strong.
Manchester here showing their full court pressure.
And they've been a team that we've seen throughout not just this season, but in their existence, that they're known as a really tough defensive team, aren't they?
For sure, they do such a great job.
And not just the women's club, the organisation as a whole. It's really a foundation of the club with Bryan inside, pass into Shaw. What a pass and finish there from Shaw. Aboado with the long two over Lee. That's a tough shot. As Shaw gets the rebound and a foul called.
Shaw is smashing it at both ends of the floor.
She is. 5 rebounds, 13 points. And I want to say, has she got the Sabrinas on? Has she got some Sabrina Oregon shoes on?
I think she has. It's definitely the Oregon colourway.
It is. Well, they're very nice.
I've heard good reviews.
Yeah, the Sabrinas are really comfy. They are really good.
An Adidas girly. So. Sorry, Adidas girly.
It's a 7-point Mystics lead, sure. Oh, just saves it in. Great footwork. Porter to the cutting lead. Oh, it rolls off the rim.
No, but a great cut there under the basket and a great find. Just unlucky there.
Costa out to Karina Costa for 3. Spins off, great box out there from Shaw. Carrasco Menendez. Hands off to Lee, and that one will go for Lee.
Mystics need to bump her, keep her out, keep the cutters out.
And the Riders have pulled this to within 5. Ortega thought about the shot, drives, goes against Porter, and jump ball.
Oh no, we're gonna have a talk about it.
So the referee's going to discuss. I think one called a foul, one called a jump ball, and the decision is jump ball. With the Riders bench very happy about that one. Hannah Orty on the camera, less happy.
I'm trying really hard not to be biased.
You're doing a very good job.
Thanks. It's nice to see aggressive play though.
It's really good.
I don't think the referees would have been wrong if they called that as a foul, but you know, I'm not mad. I'm not mad about a jump ball. Porter though, being aggressive, trying to get both hands on it, not letting Manchester get any more of those easy scores, sorry. Stopping the play, getting a bit of momentum. That's what we want.
It certainly is, and just a 5-point lead for the Mystics. They were up 11 earlier. It's been a 10-9 run for the Riders this quarter, so again, it's just really evenly matched, isn't it?
For sure. This is exactly what you want. What more could you want on a Saturday night?
Exactly, and we've had some other great games as well throughout WNBL Division 1 today. The Ipswich coming away with a 4-point win over the Worcester Wolves. They had a very close win against Brent last weekend as well. And Kohler coming out on top against Bristol, 72-56. That top of the table, that Brent Ipswich Kohler is really fun.
It's all very, very exciting, and it is going to make the end of the season very interesting.
It certainly is, but back out on court, we've got just over 4 minutes to play in the third, and the scoreboard's blinking at us in a really interesting way. It's stopped now. So it's a 5-point Mystics lead. Riders ball, a chance to cut this to a single possession game here. Porter. Porter driving, Byrne to the basket, hook shot doesn't go.
Oh, gets her own rebound. But sorry, Kaz, took that. Very excited by that.
It's great when someone does that, isn't it? And Isabel Robinson just taking the ball away, getting it back to the Mystics. Ortega blocked by Lee. Still Manchester ball. And Ellie Costa, a deep 3. Takes her up to 21 points personal.
We're still in the third.
Good hands there from Robinson to knock the ball away, gets it back to the Mystics. Ortega. Idowu. Back to Ortega. Had space for the shot there. Passes over to Robinson and can't get the bounce. Carrasco Menendez. All the way, that won't go, but she's going to go to the foul line. And teams really just going at each other here, aren't they, in the third? As sorry, Jasmine Graham and Lily Blunt back in for the Riders.
They certainly are going at each other.
Melissa Leet with a huge 4 blocks.
It's a good step.
As the first free throw rolls in for Carrasco Menendez. She goes 2 of 2 from the line. Back to a 6-point lead for Manchester. Costa and
out of bounds.
A step out of bounds.
You know, that's the worst as well.
I mean, there are a lot of lines on this court. Blunt. Bryan. Pass inside's knocked away. Ortega comes up with it.
I know it's knocked away there, but Alex Shaw does such a good job getting position.
Karina Costa fouled as she drives to the basket, so that'll put her at the line for 2. As a substitution, we'll see Kizzy Spence check back in. Costa's first one doesn't fall. Karina Costa also played in the WNBL this season, where she leads the league in steals per game, 5.2. So many steals.
Very nice, and that is probably why Manchester are the Northern champions.
They are, aren't they? Riders drive into the basket, a foul called. Carrasco Menendez will take the contact. And that's the 3rd foul on Karina. Is it on Karina Costa or Ortega? That's on Michelle Ortega. So Carrasco Menendez back at the line, gets the friendly roll.
Been really impressed with the composure from Carrasco Menendez and of Daisy Porter as well. I know. Oh, big block. It's a big girl block. But yeah, their composure, they don't seem as rattled by this Manchester defence.
They've been real leaders, haven't they, out on court? As Graham goes to the basket.
Throws up a prayer.
And stays Riders' ball. But yeah, Shaw and Porter have been really impactful, haven't they? And as you said, very, very composed out on court.
Very composed in what is becoming quite a scrappy game.
And Lord with the interception. Shaw chasing her down, but Lord will get her first points of the game. And Faith Lord continues to just make an impact off the bench in her time on court. Graham, 3 is good, and that's a big basket for the Riders. Cuts it to a 5-point Mystics lead as Ortega has it all the way unopposed. Back up to a 7-point lead for Manchester. Carrasco Menendez pulls up for 3, it won't go, it's tipped. And will go the way of Manchester as we approach the final minute of the 3rd quarter. We're going to see Charlie Woodman back into the game for Loughborough.
We've got Rahana Khalil back on the court as well.
Kicks it out to Obodo in the corner. 3's off the rim. A chance for Loughborough to put into this lead. Woodman, it's picked up by Abodo. Costa's racing up ahead. Abogo's going to take it all the way. And
oh, it looks like we have an injury.
I think, it looks like she was just caught as she came down. Hopefully she's okay. I think Jasmine Graham just got...
It's a good decision there by Abodo, though. Costa was just in front, but there were too many players with too many hands. Sometimes it's better, instead of thinking that player is ahead, can I get it to them? Go yourself and try and get that advantage.
Graham looks like she's okay down the other end of the court, and it's Ryder's ball. Mystics picking up full court here. 30 seconds left in the quarter. Woodman up against Costa. Woodman, and that will be an 8-second violation. Great defense there from Manchester, putting the pressure on, forcing the turnover. So it'll be Mystics ball. 26.7 seconds on the game clock, 12 on the shot clock. Spence kicks it out to Khalil. 3 is off, chased down by Brian. Blunt hands off to Woodman. 9 seconds. Brian. Oh, what a pass inside Shaw. Oh. That was a fantastic pass.
Was a wonderful pass. Oh, it was so sharp, it was so direct. It was exactly where Shaw wanted to catch it. She just couldn't quite finish. But she gets the
she gets the free throw opportunity. And again, Alex Shaw has been leading the way for this Riders team. Now up to 16 points personal, has 8 rebounds, looking at a double-double and an assist. A real leader out there on the floor for the team. And goes 2 of 2 from the line, gets the friendly roll. And with 2 seconds, Manchester will need to launch it. Khalil will and won't go. So at the end of the third, it's a 57-52 lead for Manchester over the Riders. An 18-6 quarter for Manchester. But again, Hannah, just nothing in it, is there?
There really isn't. It is a very close game.
So it's Alex Shaw with those 17 points leading the way for Loughborough. For Manchester, Ellie Costa with a huge 21 points already in the third quarter. Had a season high of 23 when they played Bristol earlier in the season. She's staring that down at the moment. And Irene Abodo, 12 points for her, along with 3 rebounds, 2 assists and 4 steals for the Mystics. Manchester hitting just 4 of 20 from behind the 3-point line, and the Riders hitting 6 of 13, so shooting a slightly better percentage there from outside. But rebounding wise, 38 rebounds for the Riders and 32 for the Mystics.
Looks like we've got a Northwest derby after this. We have got Manchester versus Liverpool in the men's NBL 2. I'm correct.
Yes,
I don't know why
you are
I
correct.
There. It is 2.
Yeah. Don't question yourself.
Men's NBL 2.
Got a nice little crowd building.
Yeah. There's not much else to do in Manchester or Liverpool on this Saturday night.
So teams coming back out on court for the fourth quarter. 10 more minutes of basketball to play. And again, a big game for both teams as we head towards the end of the season. Manchester with only 3 games left to play after this one. They'll be away to the London Cavaliers next Saturday, the 8th of March at 4:30, and then back home against the Reading Rockets on the 15th of March, and round out the season away at Cola on the 22nd of March. Loughborough next weekend will be playing Brent at home, and also Cobham at home the weekend after on the 15th. But back out on court. Spence sidesteps, threes up. Bounces off. It's into the hands of Woodman. Needs to get it over the line. Needs some help. Shaw's there. Graham. Long pass. Back to Woodman. 6 seconds into Shaw, and Shaw shot spins out. Lord grabs the rebound.
Again though, Alex Shaw getting really, really good positioning. Couldn't quite punish Mystics from that.
Karina Costa banks it in off the glass. Looked a little bit surprised at that one. But Karina Costa now up to 7 points off the bench. Blunt picks it up. Shaw. Graham. Out to the corner. Blunt. 3 bobbles out. He's done that a couple of times, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Both teams. Costa driving, puts it up and in. Karina Costa.
She stepped through every single person on court for that. Woodman's got such a great shot. I want to see her pull that.
As Brian can't get the layup to go. Back out to Woodman. And draws the foul. I thought she was going to take that then just after you said it.
I wondered if she heard me. She probably thought you have no idea what you're talking about and just went anyway.
So end-line ball for the Riders. 9-point lead for Manchester here. Still a lot of time left. We've seen this game all around just go back and forth. Both teams having lead.
Oh, and a big offensive foul there by Brian. Just Ortega may have sold it a little bit, but
Costa out to Bodo. Ortega, 3 is up and no good. Odom Wingy powers her way inside. Nick Moody wants a timeout for the Loughborough Riders as that puts Manchester up 11. But how tough was that rebound and putback from
Odom Wingy
success?
is one of the smallest players on the court, and she elevated above every single one of this. Honestly, it's a good job Leet wasn't in. I think she might have even got a jump higher than her. Ripped it out of the air and finished.
Success, Odom Wingy, 6 rebounds and 7 points for the Mystics off the bench. They've had a great start here to the 4th quarter. So, which I feel like I've said that each quarter except the first. So they've really come out firing, haven't they? Just not at the start of the game.
It's how you finish, Kaz, isn't it? That's
it is.
That's really important. And don't put yourself, if you are going to start slowly, don't put yourself in such a hole that you can't get out of it. But really great to see them playing with this energy, playing with this tenacity, being disruptive, sharing the ball and making shots.
And for the Riders, obviously still a lot of time left, just under 8 minutes to go in the 4th, and we've seen them, they've already cut back into a lead of this size earlier in the game.
8 basketball minutes, we're going to be here for another half an hour.
And we'll see Melissa Lee back out on court for the Riders. And we saw the impact she had earlier in the game. 2 points, but 7 rebounds and 4 blocks, along with a couple of steals. So it's Riders' ball. Brian. Graham, Lee inside. Picked off by Odom Wingy. Odom Wingy knocked away by Lee. And Woodman has it. Lee hands it over to Graham. Graham finds a path to the basket. Floater won't go. Picked up by Odom Wingy and a technical foul called. And that is going to be on. Oh, that's on.
Bear with us.
Graham for the Riders. So that will give Manchester a shot at the line here. So Odemwingie takes the technical free throw, doesn't make it. And Manchester will have the ball.
Pretty evenly refed game. We've allowed contact both ends. Everyone's been allowed to play.
That's what we want, isn't it?
It's always what we want. Let the girls be physical.
So Manchester ball from the sideline. And Josie Leovold back into the game for the Riders. Ortega has it.
Oh, great screen by Lord.
Ortega, catch and shoot three, it's short.
It's a great kick out. Maybe she was too open.
Riders looking to cut into this. Caldwell. Leovold tries to save it, gets it to Lee. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Woodman has to put something up. I think Aboado got a hand on that one. As Ortega has it for Manchester. Odemwingie. Lord thought about the shot, opts to drive instead. Lee meets her in the air, but that will be a foul called on Lee.
I think Lee made her second guess that jump shot, and then that's exactly what she wanted to do, drive towards the basket so she can come and get you.
As Rose Bryant takes a seat for the Riders, and Miriam Carrasco Menendez back in. Daisy Porter also checking in. Short jumper from Ortega. Leovold picks it up. Carrasco Menendez. Caldwell. Floater won't go. Ortega. Karina Costa racing down the court. Porter chasing her down, but Costa will lay it in. And Mystics with the biggest lead of the game so far, up to 13. Porter hands it over to Caldwell. Lee. And a foul called on Ortega. That'll be Riders' ball from the baseline, and that's going to be foul number 4 on Ortega as Ellie Costa subs in, and Ortega will take a seat.
What she lacks in height, she makes up for in aggressiveness. I am the opposite. Very soft.
But very tall. Carrasco Menendez going against Costa. Swings it round. Pass inside to Leovold.
Really good positioning there by Josie.
There's been some fantastic passes from this Riders team to get the ball inside.
Yeah, they do such a good job getting players isolated in the middle. And just not finishing. Ooh.
Success Odemwingie is not letting that ball out of her sight. She gets it behind the three-point line and finishes! And Odemwingie fighting for the ball, comes up with the steal. Oh, a travel call. That's so unfortunate, but Success Odemwingie is just hustling.
She really is. It's the right call. Can't wiggle around on the floor. But it's nice to see the players dive in on the floor, going after those loose balls.
And after making the basket as well, so Success doing it on both ends. She's a really tough defender. As Leovold takes the contact, and Josie Leovold heading to the line.
She took that initial contact like a champ, step through, more contact, go into the line.
So Alex Shaw back in as Melissa Lee heads to the bench. So Josie Leovold at the foul line. Previously played with the Oakland's Wolves in the WBBL, as well as that experience with the Nottingham Wildcats. Gets her first free throw. And second is good, 2 of 2 from the line. Cuts it down to a 14-point lead. Odin Wingy going to the basket, and a travel called.
Great defense there by the Riders, not allowing Success get anywhere near the basket.
Picking up full court here. So that'll be a foul call. I think Ellie Costa was trying to get in for the jump ball, but foul's called. Oh no, it was a jump ball. Well, good work.
I don't think there was much in that one. Jump ball seems like the right call. Look at me, I could be a referee. Just look terrible in yellow.
Porter, all the way to the hoop, and she's going to go to the foul line. And Daisy Porter, again a player that was with the Oakland's Wolves for a few seasons in the WBBL, played WEABL there as well. Had a season high 25 points against Cobham in December when she hit 4 of 4 from behind the three-point line. She's got 2 points in today's game, 2 rebounds and 4 assists, but it's not necessarily she's a player that impacts the game without necessarily having to score, is what I was trying to say.
Definitely, she's very close to the line.
As the second doesn't go. Costa has it to Odin Wingy. Obodo. And an offensive foul called on Manchester. That'll be on. Is that on Obodo?
I think it was on the board.
Ah, yes. So ball's back with the Riders. Leovold inside. Great finish from Josie Leovold. It's down to a 10-point lead for Manchester. Obodo runs into traffic. Ball's knocked out of bounds, will stay Manchester ball, but that's a great defensive stance there from the Riders.
It really was. Irene went to a space where there just wasn't any. You know, this Riders team, they are pretty long.
They are. They're making it very difficult for Manchester. As Ortega can't get her shot to go, but a foul called. And that's going to put Michelle Ortega at the line for 2.
Fun fact, Michelle Ortega lives in Loughborough.
Ah. She travels over.
Such an awful driver, do not.
Ortega averaging 6.1 points per game, 5.5 rebounds and 3.7 assists. She's 10th in the league in assists per game, as the second one doesn't go, but Obodo dives in. Jump ball's called. A jump ball's called, but neither team seem happy about it. With a So it's Manchester ball from the end line.
I don't know what I'm mad about. That was a jump ball. I'm really confused. Why is everyone hungry?
Obodo, catch and shoot. It's off the rim, Shaw with a rebound. And oh, what a finish there from Carrasco Menendez. And the Riders cut it to 9 with 3:27 to play in the fourth quarter. We're nearly finished, and we've got a timeout called. Coach Nick Moody talking to his team, and that's a good run from the Riders after Manchester again went ahead, but this is what we've seen all game long.
It's really, really good. The momentum now. Loughborough doing a good job, securing boards, getting out, running, getting to the basket. They're going to be successful if they can get down the lane. Manchester just needs to keep their composure, keep the ball away from them. Maybe now it's getting a bit scrappy. Your hands are getting in. Try and keep your hands out. Keep that full court pressure without being too aggressive. Easier said than done then.
And something that really stands out to me, Hannah, just looking at the stats, 18 fast break points for the Mystics to 4 for the Riders. We know that Manchester are a team that they are
a fast team.
They are very fast. They lead the team in lead the league in steals per game, and they use that to their advantage and get out and race down the court. So if Loughborough can try and cut into this further, they need to try and stop that, don't they?
For sure. Got Rohana back in, got some composure on court.
That veteran leadership as Ortega goes to the basket. That seems too easy there for Ortega.
Definitely not what. Oh.
And Khalil picks up the steal.
The Riders having a nightmare out of this timeout.
Manchester back up 11. Obodo to Khalil. Khalil stepping through out to Ortega. Oh, great pass into the corner. That extra pass and a finish from Ellie Costa. And Ellie Costa with a big basket to put Manchester up 73-60. Oh, was it a step on the line? It looked like it could have been a 3.
Oh, it did.
It was a long 2, so takes her up to 23 points. A huge basket though, but that ball movement on that possession just perfect from Manchester.
It was. And Ortega knew she was there even before she caught the ball. She was thinking that one pass ahead. As soon as it's coming to her, she's kicking it to the corner for that wide open shot.
And for Loughborough, that's a tough run of possessions, isn't it? After that timeout, the turnover.
That's not going to be what he wanted coming out of that last timeout.
But you've still got a lot of time left. You've just got to kind of almost put that behind you and start again.
Plenty of time. Just got a couple of stops, a couple of scores, and we're right back in it. Well, we said it was going to be an exciting game.
We did, and we were right. So Manchester will be back in action next weekend against the London Cavaliers, and then they'll be at home to the Reading Rockets on the 15th, and you can catch that down here at the Manchester Basketball Centre. Come down, come and support the team. It's a great atmosphere. It's very loud. Bring a drum if you want. We've got several.
Josie Leavold doing a great job there running the baseline, and we do not see that enough.
And Obodo gets a hand on the ball, forces the travel. And Riders now picking up as Ortega has it. Manchester with time on their side here. Ball's picked up by Ortega. Khalil. Obodo, 7 seconds. 5 seconds. Obodo spins, hangs in the air.
That was a tough basket. It really didn't look like she was going into any kind of space.
Caldwell has to pass out, sure.
And great defence, smothering defence by Manchester here.
And Khalil will be called for the foul. And Manchester on 5 team fouls means Josie Leavold goes to the foul line. But smothering is exactly what that defence was. Gets the first to go, takes her up to 7, has a couple of rebounds as well. 2 of 2 from the line. Under 2 minutes to play in the fourth. Khalil passes out to Costa.
Manchester looking to burn a lot of time off the clock here.
5 seconds. Costa off the rim.
And who gets the rebound? But Alex Shaw.
And that's rebound number 11 for Shaw. Caldwell, her 3 won't go, but Shaw with another rebound and puts it back in. And Alex Shaw, she's just been so impressive today. Aboado. Nice finish there from Irene Aboado. As Manchester might just be making this out of reach for the Riders. Leovold, and an offensive foul called as Isabel Robinson takes the contact, puts her body on the line and just bounces back up.
She was very bouncy there. Great recognition though, getting across, but also Leovold going to the basket, being aggressive. That's what Loughborough need of her. Unlucky there. Isabel was just in good position.
So Ortega has it knocked away from behind by Porto. It looked, foul's called. I think it might have been afterwards. It looked like Porto had done a good job, part of it. So with both teams on 5 team fouls, and that's going to put Ortega back at the foul line. First one's good. Second one's good as well. 2 of 2 from the line. Final minute of the fourth. Porter going all the way. And that's a tough basket from Daisy Porter.
It was tough, but much needed for her, and it was going to start dropping soon.
Aboado, Manchester using up the clock here. Khalil. Back to Aboado, 7 seconds. Out to Ortega. 3 won't go, it's chased down. Riders come up with it. Leovold has it going down the court. It's a mismatch for the Riders as she runs into Idowu.
And she's back at the line.
And a really high-scoring game for Manchester by their standards. Usually average just over 62 points, up to 79.
Running away with it.
As Leovold hits the first. Second's good too. Rob Fairley wants a timeout with 20.1 seconds left in the game. And Hannah, so some people might think, well, Manchester have got an 11-point lead, there's 20 seconds. It's very unlikely that Loughborough can come back into this, so why is Rob Fairley going to take a timeout? But it's always good to practice, isn't it, in a live game situation, sort of an end of game
For
situation.
sure, because you never know when you're going to be in that 1, 2 or 3 point game where you're going to need to be able to execute. And also, you know, these teams are pretty close. It's going to come down, something might come down to points difference. So it is just a really, really good time to practice that, to try and get some kind of sorry, someone's trying to take a photograph of us, so if we've just gone a bit nuts, that's why.
You've got to pose.
Yeah, really hard.
Pose and speak.
Very difficult.
But it is a really good time to try it out, like you say, isn't it? Because you never know when you're going to be in that situation, and you can practice it in practice, but it just doesn't replicate the environment.
For sure, and also even for Coach Moody here, he can throw some junk defense in something for 20 seconds and see how that looks, see what his rotations are like, see how aggressive they can be. just try and get a quick steal. Mystics here not opting to advance the ball. Oh no, they are.
Oh,
so they will
6 seconds to the right.
So they won't be taking the last shot.
So 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. 14 seconds for Manchester to put something up here. And ball will go out of bounds. So take everything we said and put it as the Riders doing it.
See what they're doing there. End of game. You want to get the ball into Kizzy Spencer's hands if you need a 3. Looks like she's really hurt herself. Oh no, it doesn't hurt Nash's phone.
Leovold.
It's weird that, isn't it? That when the whistle goes, you've hurt yourself.
You're ready to go. Abodo, 8 seconds. Passes out to Costa in the corner. Won't bounce their way. Tip to Spence. Spence steps back at the buzzer. Bounces out. And that'll do it. The Manchester Mystics take the win over the Loughborough Riders 79-68. Now that's a big win for Manchester. Currently on a 3-game winning streak as they head towards the end of the season. And a huge performance from Ellie Costa. 23 points, tying her season high. Shooting 66% from the field, along with a couple of rebounds and 2 assists and 3 steals. Irina Boado adding in 16 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists and 4 steals. Karina Costa off the bench with 11 points, and Success Odin Wingy, 10 points, 9 rebounds. 9 rebounds. She's one of the smaller players out there on court.
Hey, that offensive rebound she got was worth at least 4.
And Alex Shaw leading the way for the Loughborough Riders. A double-double for her, 19 points and 12 rebounds, 5 of them offensive, along with an assist. And Jasmine Graham with 11 points off the bench. Josie Leovold with 10 points off the bench. And Melissa Lee, we've got to shout out those 5 big blocks and 7 rebounds, along with a couple of points. So a really important win for Manchester here today.
Really, really important, and congratulations to all the ladies out there. They did a great job today, a really gritty team win. They're thanking the crowd. It was a nice atmosphere in here today. Good job all round, everyone.
Yeah, it's what we want to see, isn't
It is.
Yeah.
It is what we want to see.
And for Loughborough, you know, it's tough because they've had a trip over here. As you said, it's not the best drive. But you know, they'll be disappointed to come away, but a lot of positives for them to take out of that, wasn't it? They played Manchester very close. They had the lead to start with, and I mean, Alex Shaw, just an incredible performance from her.
Alex Shaw was fantastic today. Really great performance from her. Fantastic positioning. Really competed on the boards, and she really led this Loughborough team today.
And for Manchester, again, Ellie Costa, just a huge game from her, 23 points. That's just what she does and has been doing all season long. Leads the team in scoring, and it's another really good momentum.
For sure, we're going into that. You know, we said it before. We're going into the tail end of the season. Everything counts now, and being able to build on those good performances is going to be great.
So the Riders will look to bounce back against the Brent Bulls next Saturday, the 8th of March. They'll be playing at home, and then they'll host the Cobham Cobras on the 15th, the week after. Manchester back in action against the London Cavaliers down in London next Saturday, the 8th of March, and will be home against the Reading Rockets for their last home game of the season at 5:30 on the 15th of March. So get down to the Manchester Basketball Centre, come and support the team. It's been it'll be a fantastic day of basketball. So the final score from here in Manchester, the Manchester Mystics 79, Leicester Riders 68. From myself,
Loughborough Riders.
Oh
sorry.
no, the
just
first
correcting
no,
you. I know, right at the
no.
end. It's all right, people have tuned out now.
The Loughborough Riders 68. From myself, Kaz Bullock, and from Hannah Shaw, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.